G'day YouTube, Warbles on a lot here with episode 3 in the Woodworkers Challenge, and at this point, having cleaned up the blank and transferred not only grid markings but also leading edge and trailing edge lines onto the blank, and getting into the situation where it's time to fish or cut bait. And one point, at this stage it's kind of important to make sure that the hole up the centre of the hub is actually accurate. On a job like this, if it's not, then you can fix it. What you would do would be to drill it out to about 1/4 of an inch and glue a dowel in there, and then sand off the ends of the dowel and then remark it and go again. But anyway, the way to test it is to mount the blank on a little hand drill. Mount the hand drill in a vise with the blank horizontal, and then contrive to set it up with a pointer so you can check for tip tracking errors. In a manner such as this. So the way you achieve this when you're trying to glue 4 little wooden planks together is you pre-drill the centre of each circle on each plank, and then you assemble them with a wire pin through the centre of them. And that's why doing the final drawings on the wood is absolutely invaluable when you're trying to build a one-off prototype. And for whatever reason, I have never built the same propeller twice. So I only know how to build one-off prototypes, but I'm getting pretty good at it in the old age. And I'm not quite as silly as I look. So if you start off with a blank that's true and square and balanced, it makes it easy to keep it that way as you make the rest of the propeller appear. So with packing made from Tuna australis offcuts, we'll see how we go. Oh, rasp. Try something a bit more bitey. That's roughly how it's done. Until you get something like that. A lot of people use templates. I just use the glue lines. If you're aggressive enough in how you cut the different laminae, the working drawings on the wood plus the glue lines between them, I find I can get pretty close to the particular aerofoil that I'm chasing. But it's all done by eye and by hand. But it's not bad, all things considered. Now I just have to do the same on the other side. Once again, with packing to distribute the load. Okay, that's the underside roughly done, not without a bit of a mishap, and slightly too much pressure on the clamp caused a split there on the trailing edge, but super glue is a wonderful thing when it's only got to do 300 RPM and you haven't got to fly behind it. And now I'll have a go at doing the top. Personally, I like to carve the trailing edges first. This will go on for a while, so I'll give you a break. Coming along. Sometimes to get in there I use a chainsaw file. It's getting pretty close for the trailing edge. Once more with the TLAR method, you just cut away everything that looks wrong. When it stops looking wrong, you must have finished, eh? Not difficult at all. You just have to know what looks right. After that, it's all pretty easy, really. And now we can have a go at the leading edge. And we'll see how that goes. We'll be here for a while. I think we'll change files. As I said, could be here for a while. This is fiddly. That's looking pretty good. Now I just got to do it again. Okay. Not finished, but rough shaped. And here we have the drill test again. That ain't bad for hillbilly aerodynamics. Chainsaw milled 8" by 6" propeller in the rough. Wobbles on a lot to YouTube. I can probably make a better 1930s style wooden propeller than most people you're ever going to meet. Wobbles on a lot to YouTube. Ciao.